Hello, this is Mari Lane on the Buying Space channel. Today I'm reading from the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And this is about the life of Jesus. We're in Luke chapter 17, starting in verse 20. One day the Pharisees asked Jesus, "When will the kingdom of God come?" Jesus replied, "The kingdom of God can't be detected by visible signs. You won't be able to say, 'Here it is,' or 'It's over there,' for the kingdom of God is already among you." And he said to his disciples, "The time is coming when you will long to see the day when the Son of Man returns, but you won't see it. People will tell you, 'Look, there is the Son of Man,' or 'Here it is,' but don't go out and follow them. For as the lightning flashes and lights up the sky from one end to the other, so it will be the day when the Son of Man comes. But first, the Son of Man will suffer terribly and be rejected by this generation. When the Son of Man returns, it will be like it was Noah's day. In those days, the people enjoyed banquets and parties and weddings right up to the time Noah entered his boat, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And the world will be as it was in the days of Lot. People went about their daily business, eating and drinking, buying and selling, farming and building, until the morning Lot left Sodom. Then the fire and brimstone, burning sulfur, rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. Yes, it will be business as usual right up to the day when the Son of Man is revealed. On that day, a person out on the deck of a roof must not go down into the house to pack. A person out in the field must not return home. Remember what happened to Lot's wife. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. And if you let your life go, you will save it. That's right. That night, two people will be asleep in one bed. One will be taken and the other left. Two women will be grinding flour together at the mill. One will be taken and the other left. "Where will this happen, Lord?" the disciples asked. Jesus replied, "Just as the gathering of vultures shows there is a carcass nearby, so these signs indicate that the end is near." Sometimes I'm just shocked at people. Like something major will be happening in the world. And there's these groups of people all over social media having these conversations or having sales or talking about just a huge variety of interest and topics. And no one is saying anything about, the proverbial elephant in the room. It's like, oh, by the way, this just happened. And that means that we might be in World War III next week. But everybody's going about their business, not even talking about it. And people even saying, do not bring that to my page, my group, my chat, my whatever on social media or in conversations, face-to-face conversations in the physical world or like on Zoom. They don't want to hear it. They don't want it to interfere with their commerce or their social standing or their social goals or anything, because this could all mean that everything changes. The coming of the return of Messiah is going to be much like that. Like Lot's wife, she couldn't let go of her life in the city, even though she'd been told it's going to be destroyed. She had to turn around and look. You know what they say? Never look back. You know, if you're that person laying in bed with a loved one and you're taken and they're not, you need to look forward to where you're going. If your coworker is left behind, that's sad. And here's another thing. That coworker, that loved one, did you take the time to tell them what you know? Did you take the time to help them believe or explain faith to them or explain the sacrifice of Jesus Christ and salvation to them? I mean, we can't have guilt or regret. It's the coming of the Lord, and we're going. And I think those who might have regret or might turn back and look are the ones that won't be taken. It's going to be an act of complete and total faith. No doubt, no guilt, no regret. We got to leave now. It is time. Time to go. And whatever you've done or whatever you've not done in life, that's all over. Just like if your house burns down or is swallowed up by a sinkhole or covered up by water from a flood or lifted off its foundation by a tornado, it's all gone. It's all gone. It's time to start over. It's time to go. You may not even, if you're in a natural disaster, want to stay in that town. Why would you come back to a slab of concrete with debris all over it and there's nothing left? Why would you do it? Why would you want to stay on this earth when you can go to heaven, to eternity? Why would you do it? Why would any of these lepers want to return to their leprosy? Let God heal you of your sinful nature. Let God love you and accept the sacrifice Jesus Christ made on the cross for you. You'll have a wonderful and blessed day and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.